everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Andy Cohen left speechless after Hacks star Mark Indelicato says he wants Trump supporter Siggy Flicker back on RHONJ. Diabolical. Hacks star Mark Indelicato was feeling messy on Sunday night's April 13 episode of Watch What Happens Live. During a game of Truth or Drink, the actor and Bravo aficionado shocked host Andy Cohen by revealing which two housewives he bring back to the Real Housewives of New Jersey next season. Danielle Staub and Siggy Flicker, he said with a devious giggle. "I did a fun one there. Did you see that?" Cohen, who was at a complete loss for words once he heard Flicker's name, finally muttered, "Wow. That's diabolical." Indelicato chimed in, to which Cohen echoed, "Diabolical." Flicker, who was a full-time cast member of The Real Housewives of New Jersey for Season 7 and Season 8, describes herself as the #1 Trump supporter in her Instagram bio. The former reality star often posts in support of President Donald Trump and her best friend Alina Habba, who is currently serving as the counselor to the president in Trump's second term. Flicker made headlines last April when her stepson was arrested and charged in connection to the January 6 riots at the U.S. Capitol. According to documents obtained by NBC News in April 2024, phone records showed that Tyler Campanella's phone was allegedly inside the Capitol on January 6, 2021. There was also footage of Campanella allegedly inside different parts of the building, including then House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's suite. Flicker also seemed to incriminate her stepson with a Facebook post she made the day of the insurrection. "I love Patriots so much. Stay safe, Tyler. We love you," she wrote at the time, along with American flag emojis and a Stop the Steal hashtag, which was used by Trump supporters who believed Trump unfairly lost to President Joe Biden in 2020 in a rigged election, claims which have been disproven. Campanella later pleaded not guilty to misdemeanor charges of trespassing, disorderly conduct, and demonstrating in a Capitol building, per law and crime. But Trump's January 6 pardons ultimately dismissed Campanella's pending trial when he returned to the White House in January 2025. In a moment that can only be described as peak Bravo chaos meets unexpected political theater, Andy Cohen, Bravo's crown prince of shade and champagne-fueled reunions, was left utterly speechless during a surprise guest appearance by Hack star Mark Indelicato on Watch What Happens Live. The cause of Cohen's rare, stunned silence? Indelicato's utterly unexpected and diabolically delightful hot take. He wants Siggy Flicker, the former Real Housewives of New Jersey star and noted Donald Trump supporter, to return to the franchise. Yes, you read that correctly. And yes, the Bravo clubhouse might never be the same. The moment heard round Bravo. The segment started off as many WWHL interviews do. Cheeky questions, cocktail-fueled banter, and a plead the fifth game that could have easily gone off without a hitch. But then Andy posed the classic. If you can bring back one former housewife from any franchise, who would it be and why? The camera zoomed in. The lights dimmed just slightly, almost as if the Bravo gods themselves were holding their collective breath. And with a mischievous smirk that telegraphed drama incoming, Mark Indelicato leaned into the mic and whispered one name. Siggy Flicker. The gasp from the audience was audible. Andy blinked once, then twice, and then said, "Nothing." The fallout, the fans, the Flicker effect. Now for the uninitiated or those who've blocked out that particular chapter of RHONJ lore. Siggy Flicker was a relationship expert turned housewife who joined in Season 7 and flamed out in Season 8 in a blaze of drama, emotional meltdowns, and very vocal political views that made headlines. Her post-Housewives identity has largely centered around her unapologetic support of Donald Trump and an Instagram feed that feels like a mashup of QAnon After Dark and Hallmark holiday rage. So naturally the idea of bringing her back is, well, what Mark Indelicato himself called it immediately after Andy's shocked silence. I mean, it would be diabolical. Imagine the chaos. Imagine the ratings. Imagine Teresa trying to remain zen while Siggy quotes the Constitution in a leopard print power suit. Bravo Nation reacts.
Chaos indeed.
Within minutes, #SiggyFlicker was trending on X, formerly Twitter, with fans divided into two camps. Those clutching their pearls in horror, and those living for the drama. At Bravo Snark Queen tweeted, Mark Indelicato suggesting Siggy Flicker come back to RHONJ is the most chaotic neutral energy I've seen since Lisa Rinna threw that wine glass in Amsterdam. I salute him. Meanwhile, at Reality Reckoner wasn't as amused. Siggy back. With her political rants and fox tears? No thanks, some ghost should stay in the Bravo vault. But the discourse didn't stop there. Memes flooded the timeline. Someone edited a mock trailer. RHONJ, MAGA Mayhem, complete with fake footage of Siggy and Dolores reenacting the Real Housewives of the Capitol riot. Andy Cohen, shook, stirred, and sassy. Back at the clubhouse, Andy eventually recovered, though visibly shaken. Sipping his tequila with the weary air of a man who's seen too much, he simply muttered, "Well, that's a first." His eyebrows, however, were already dancing with the glint of someone who knows drama when he sees it. And maybe, just maybe, was already imagining the Bravo boardroom pitch. Siggy back on RHONJ, Andy mused later in the aftershow. Look, I never say never, but I'd need hazard pay for that reunion special. Of course, longtime Bravo insiders know Andy is nothing if not a drama connoisseur. And nothing spices up a mid-season slump quite like a controversial return, especially one draped in flag-themed accessories and fully weaponized opinions. Mark Indelicato, chaos agent or Bravo visionary? So why did Mark, who plays the dry, fashion-forward assistant on HBO's Hacks, want Siggy back? Later in the green room, he elaborated to Bravo Daily Dish. I don't agree with her politics. Let's be clear. But TV. That woman brings grade A, pasture-raised, locally sourced drama. We haven't seen anyone cry about a birthday cake with that much conviction since Camille Grammer was told she had no storyline. Honestly, the man has a point. Indelicato's comments tapped into a larger conversation about what viewers really want from housewives. Is it escapism? Unfiltered chaos? A socio-political morality play disguised as a dinner party in Paramus? Or maybe, just maybe, we crave the mess. The controlled mess. The kind of mess that only Siggy crying over a fallen meatball sub and screaming about American values at a wine tasting can deliver. Would it ever happen? While Bravo has been tight-lipped about any potential RHONJ cast shakeups, fans know the network loves a comeback arc. Think Phaedra on Ultimate Girls Trip, or Tamra Judge's triumphant return to RHOC after years in exile. Controversial returns aren't just expected, they're marketing gold. But Siggy? That might be a bridge too far, or is it? Sources close to production say Siggy has stayed in touch with a few Jersey alum, including Dolores Catania, and has never ruled out a return. Translation: she's got her eye on that Bravo paycheck, and perhaps a MAGA red confessional look ready to go. Still, Andy might think twice. After all, bringing Siggy back in 2025 is less Housewives nostalgia and more Bravo After Dark meets political thriller. But would we watch? Oh, you know we would. Final thoughts. Is this the Bravo multiverse of madness? At the end of the day, Mark Indelicato's diabolical choice was the kind of delightful Bravo anarchy fans live for. In a world where housewives ride donkeys in Morocco, get arrested in Salt Lake City, and perform cabaret in Midtown Manhattan, maybe there's room for one more political firebrand with a flair for drama. After all, in the Bravo universe, the only real rule is never say never. And always bring a cake.